Hey there, Sunil here, and today in this video we'll be going over how to book more qualified sales appointments for your B2B service-based business through leveraging AI. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Right now, you probably have a barren calendar, right? You probably tried hiring some sales development representatives and you've tried to make them hit a particular quota, but seems like they're not achieving that, and all you're seeing is an empty barren calendar. There's a lack of qualified appointments on the calendar, and you don't have enough money coming into the business, or you're not seeing the growth that you'd like to see in your company. Imagine if we could flip that. Imagine we could flood your calendar with qualified sales calls, that too with your ideal prospects who have the financial capabilities and have a real problem that they need solved, right? They have a problem that you can solve and they have the money to spend with you as well. Imagine if we could flood your calendar with those types of prospects. How would your business be? How would your business change, right? Imagine that there's no longer a shortage of people who are interested in your services. Your sales pipeline is continuously being filled, and you're seeing results like this, that we've been able to achieve in the recently for some of our clients, 57 positive responses in one day, over 200K in potential revenue generated in 7 days, over 9 leads generated from just 243 outreaches. Imagine if you could see results like this. You don't have to operate in a scarcity mindset, and you don't have to close that client that you don't probably want to work with subconsciously because they're probably a pain in the ass, and the only reason that you'd otherwise sign them on is you'd only do that for the money because you need the money. That is, if you are in a state of scarcity, you don't have to do any of that. Revenue and profits will consistently and predictably grow every single month. But the reason why that's not the reality yet is because of these three key reasons. Number one, not a lot of people know about you, meaning there's no attention or very little attention on your offer, that is what you sell. Number two, you have no or very inefficient systems in place to capture and convert the attention that you're getting already. And number three, you're heavily relying on referrals currently for new client acquisition, or you're fully relying on referrals for new client acquisition and have no systems of your own to acquire new clients. Now, we help you solve these. How? Well, this is how we do it. Outbound is an extremely good start if you are looking to build out a system that can pump out 20 to 30 plus meetings for you predictably every single month. Now, here's how an AI-based outbound client acquisition engine can benefit you. Number one, you can acquire service market fit fast with this system if you are looking to do that, meaning figure out whether people actually want your offer, that is what you sell, or not. Number two, you can scale the system further to increase the size of your sales pipeline and create a system that generates predictable monthly recurring revenue, 10 to 20K per month in additional revenue, or even more if your deal size is sufficiently high enough on its own, right? You'll be able to diversify your client acquisition, your revenue generation processes. So you won't be fully reliant on paid advertising alone, if you are running ads right now. Now, I have a calculator for you that will enable you to quickly calculate the ROI on your cold outbound infrastructure. This is a tool that you can use immediately, right? Comment down below, or join my newsletter if you want this ROI calculator. If you join my newsletter, I'll send it to you. I'll share access and you can pretty much use this, right? You can calculate how much ROI you can see, or alter these numbers, and you can pretty much predict the ROI on your investment pretty effectively. Let me show you live on how you should use it. So let me show you how the calculator works, right? Now, let's say you want to send out 1,500 cold emails. What the calculator does is it automatically comes up with projections for the ROI, right? And output ROI is 727.27% roughly. Now, it also shows you how much potential deal value you can close. And, you can change this, of course. If this is like 10,000, boom, the ROI exponentially increases. And let's say you want to send out 2,000 cold emails. This automatically updates, and the expenses will also automatically update here. So if I want to send out 4,000, as you can see, the expenses are updating here. Of course, you got to change this though, depending on your actual expenses, right? May that be for data or for staff or for software. All those costs, you got to include that in other costs. I've just summarized it down to other costs. Of course, you got to do the math there and add it in there. This is changeable, editable. I would recommend you not change any of these because marked in yellow and marked in color like this, these, and these, because these are all formulas, right? So as you can see, the amount of positive replies and the number of meetings booked also changes. You can toy with these values as well. Let's say you're able to suddenly increase your positive reply rate to 1%. I mean, like, there's like this, like you're able to pretty much like double your deal value, like the amount of ROI you're getting. Like, or let's say you increase your meeting booking rate, you see a 10%, you see a significant gain here, because at 40% you were able to close 32 deals, and at 50% you're able to produce 10% better returns, hoping the math is right, because you're able to close 8 more deals. These numbers are editable. You can toy with these numbers, but again, you can also toy with these numbers, but these are the recommended settings. Of course, if you're sending on Saturdays as well, then you can increase it to 24, because 6 working days a week. That means I've assumed 5 working days a week, Monday to Friday. That's the sending time period, a sending schedule, if you want to call it that. So that's why I've come up with that data. So that pretty much goes over how you can use this calculator. So let's bring it back to 1,000 emails per day, and let's say your deal value is $3,000. So you're able to see 625% return on investment, and let's say the meeting and booking rate is 40%. You see a 500% return on investment. So once again, this is pretty much how to use the ROI calculator. Hope this is useful. Click make a copy here to duplicate this into your spreadsheet, into your Google account, and then you can use it. So yeah, now let's go over the demo of a custom data personalization system. Hey there, so here's the workflow, the demo workflow that I'm going to be showing you to basically demonstrate the capabilities, to show you a glimpse of the possibilities of the scrapers that we are using, right? To show you the potential, of this whole thing. With that being said, let me go over the workflow, right? What this whole workflow is all about. For this demo, I've pretty much scraped companies in the United States that are hiring for a sales development representative or an SDR. Right, and in the US, without any industry filters, there are around 8,679 companies that we've been able to scrape. We've used multiple job directories such as LinkedIn and Indeed to get this data. And what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be enriching for decision maker data from this raw table, and we're going to be getting the contact data such as email addresses. For the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to be sticking with email. Now I already have the table scrape here, and I pushed the table into a new linked table where I've pretty much enriched for decision makers. I've searched for owner, founder, CEO, VP of sales, right? Those are the titles that I've researched for, and I've been able to build a small list of 991 just for the purpose of the demonstration. And I'm going to be showing you how to enrich this, right? What I've built in is I've built in a flow to run the contacts through 5 different email providers: Prospeo, ICP, Findy, Mail, Datagma, and Hunter, to get me a validated email address, right? Now, of course, there are situations where there are no validated email addresses. Now, what we do in that case is we just ignore that because we want only validated work emails. And let me show you how it works live, right? I hit play, cells are running. It's going through the workflow. There we go. It's found email, Now here it does not find an email. It's going through ICPs now. Now it's found it. So yeah. And it's verified it as well. Now there are a lot of startups, there are stealth startups here, so that's why we're not able to find a lot of email addresses. As you can see, stealth startup. So that's why we're not able to find work emails, right? Because there's no company domain to cross it off of. You're getting a Wikipedia. We don't want that. So this is pretty much the demonstration of how the workflow goes. We will of course double verify this list and then integrate this into the called sales automation tool that we're using to pretty much run the outreach workflows. May that be smart lead or instantly or whatever it is, depending on your scenario. And the cool thing about all this is this whole process is automated, right? It will automatically scrape, put the data in a table, enrich for email addresses, and push it all into your sales automation tool. If we can integrate into it, boom, we can pretty much set this whole thing up for you. That's pretty much the overview of the workflow. Hope you found this interesting. Now, why should you consider something like this? Well, normally, if you want to build out something like this, you need to build out your own custom scrapers. You have to leverage custom data scrapers and expensive AI enrichment tools that will run up you a bill of at least $3,000 to $5,000 per month. You have to hire SDRs on top of that, either a single SDR or multiple SDRs, which adds up to the bill. It adds up to your expenses, and as you can see, you will be spending 50 to 70K per year on just a single SDR and data provider. Let me reload this image. As you can see here, you'll be spending 50 to 70K per year on just a single SDR and data providers, Now, you have an alternative. Or what you could do is you could leverage us, who can take this over on behalf of you, for you. How we can help is we can get those data points and build out a hyper customized outreach strategy and system for a fraction of that cost that you'd be otherwise spending if you were to build this on your own. And how do we do this? We leverage our own custom scrapers to acquire hyper personalized information and data points such as funding amount, growth rate, types of jobs that they're hiring for, leadership changes, and so on. And we leverage our own custom API and AI prompting strategies to generate highly relevant and natural sounding copy that doesn't look like a robot made it. That's what we do. And that's how we are able to achieve this outcome. Here's the overview of the deliverables, right? We'll optimize your value proposition and offer to ensure high resonance with your ideal client profile. We'll write up all the personalized copy that you would require for your outreach sequences. We'll create all the lead lists that are required for our outreach based on the copy with the personalizations and data points that are required as well. We will create a landing page designed to allow prospects to quickly understand what we're doing and how we can help them. We'll create a video sales letter that goes over your value proposition, so that we can convert your prospects at a higher rate. We will create a deck like this if you want. And we'll also create an infrastructure that will allow you to send out 500 to 1,000 plus cold emails and cold outbound messages in general as well per day. We'll place an inbox manager who can immediately work leads within a 5 to 10 minute time frame or even lesser than that. And we'll build out and set up automations and workflows in place so that interested prospects can immediately schedule a meeting with the CEO or sales team, whoever you want to take the meeting, that is, seamlessly. We'll also provide you with a CRM and reporting dashboard to enable transparency of progress and how, basically it gives you a report on how healthy your sales pipeline is. That's pretty much the overview of the deliverables if you were to work with us. Now, here's an example of a custom landing page, and here's an example of the CRM and dashboard that would be giving you for reporting. To summarize, we'll build out an infrastructure capable of sending out 1,000 plus emails and LinkedIn outbound messages if need be, without having to burn your domain health and reputation. And then what we do is we train someone that can take over the entire process of managing that infrastructure and sourcing custom data for you. So you get to make a ton of money whilst leveraging cold outbound without having to spend thousands of dollars per month just on data. Right? You get to save a ton of money and you get to increase the return on investment on your infrastructure as well. If you want to explore more on this and see how we can build out systems like this for your own business and scale your own client acquisition and increase your revenue and profits as well, of course, book a call, of course, right? We'll go over a custom growth plan completely tailored for your business. With that being said, I hope you have a great day and I look forward to speaking with you soon.